Today we're going to go over number 14 in the blog, paintings. I'm going to show you how to download different brush stamps from brusheasy.com or psbrushes.net. You're going to create a background using different paintbrushes that you've downloaded. And you're also going to paint a landscape or a still life. So you're going to turn in two different images. I'll also show you how to use the paint bucket and the gradient tool. So to download brushes, you need to quit out of Photoshop, not just exit out, you need to completely quit out of the program. As it's quitting, we can go to the internet and we'll type in brusheasy.net, and then you can type in whatever you're wanting an image of. Up at the top, it's going to show you Shutterstock, which is a paid program. Below that gray box are the images from Brusheasy. The ones that have the green bar going across that say premium, those ones are paid as well. So if I click on, let's click on these Sports Kids. Nope, that one's only one. Okay, up here it says how many brushes it is. So you click free download. When you click on free download, say not now, just download it. And it will take a couple of seconds, and then you'll see it go to your download folder. And if you click on that, sometimes it'll be a folder like this one, and you need to make sure that you open up the one that says ABR. So if I go back over to my downloads and I go to the Sports Kids and I double click on it, then you notice it opens up Photoshop. Every time that you download brushes or fonts, you're going to need to shut down and quit Photoshop and then open it up this way so that it will load. As it's opening, it's loading that brush onto the program. So now if I go to my brushes and I click on the down bar here, then you will see, here's the little Sports Kids, and I just downloaded the leaves also. Okay, so that's how you download them. Now you can go new image and make it the size that you want. Then you can click on any of these brushes that you got. And this one is going to be too big, so I do my left bracket and make it smaller. And I can put it on the page. And those are already made brushes. When you are doing that, you can also go to your brushes on the right hand side and you can change the angle. So if I wanted her to be up a little bit, like she's shooting up, okay, then I can change that. I go over here and I go to my leaves, okay, and I put them on the page. Now if I want to do another one but I want it a different direction, then I can change the angle and layer them. I can go in and change my colors, or I can change it to a different swatch that's already made over here. Okay, and I can change the direction of it again so that then my image looks different. You can also go in to these different modes here as well, and you can change the shape dynamics of these. You can give it more noise. You can do it as a transfer, so there's different things on here that you can do, but remember, whatever you change it to, that's where it will start. So if I go back to the brush shape, then see the angle is still over here. So if I go back to 0, and I can put in an amount, then it's back to where it started. You can also go right here and click on your different images right now as well to get those different brush stamps. Let me go to my history and go back to blank and go back to the brush presets over here. If you don't have the brush presets up, then you can go to Window and then go to Brush. Okay. When you go here, and let's say we want this little moon thing. Okay. Make my size bigger using my left and right brackets. I can flip it on the x-axis, and I can go back and I can flip it upside down. Okay, so if you want something to be a mirror image of it, then you can do that as well. Okay, so that's the brushes and changing those. So you can download tons of them. I have lots of different ones, different Christmas ones. And once you do that, you can go in with your paintbrush and change it to one of the regular brushes, make it smaller. And I can go in and I can paint this now again to be different colors also. Let's choose this one. Okay, so I can go in and change the picture that's already on here to be what I want it to be. Okay, the other thing you can also do with paintbrushes, you go down a couple more below the eraser, click and hold. There's the gradient tool and the paint bucket tool. That one, the shortcut key is G. So if you go to the paint bucket tool, whatever color you have selected here, let's choose this one. So whatever color I have selected here, I can just click on the page and it's going to fill it with that color. You can go in and you can change these as well, again, the modes, and then it's going to make it a different color. You can go in and change the opacity as well, so if you want to have writing over the top of it, and you fill it in, see it's lighter, so then you can see what's on top of it. If you go to the gradient tool, and you click here, then you have some that are already preset, preloaded on here. If you click on this one, then you can load different ones. So if we want to do this one, then we append, just like we did with the other brushes. Now I have these other colored gradations. So if I click on one, and if I just click on the page, it's not going to do anything. I have to click and drag, and then it's going to fill it with that gradation. Wherever I click and drag, that's how it's going to fill it. And see, it changes the color and how it loads onto the actual page. Okay. The other thing that you can do with the gradation tool, when you're on it, you can change these modes here as well. So now it's going to be a circle. Okay, and it changes to be in different directions depending on where you're doing it. You can do this one, and this one has like triangle, or this one that has a line. So it changes the way that the gradation looks. You can change the mode as well, and you can change the opacity. You can also click here, and you can say new gradation, and you can name it whatever you want. If I double click on this one, then I can go in and I can choose one of these gradation tools, and I can change what it looks like, and I can give it a different color. Click here and here, and then it's going to change what this gradation looks like and how much color it has. So I can change it and make it my own, and then save it. Make it a new one, sorry, make it a new one, and now my new gradation is here. So you can make your own gradations as well. So when you are doing this, if you have an image, maybe if we do the paintbrush, let's get those little kids. If we put this little kid on here, and you see it has these hard lines, I can go in with my paint bucket, and I can do a different color. Say I want to do that color, and I'm going to color his shorts that color, and the kite thing. So you can go in and you can fill colors that are solid lines, just like when we were using the magic wand. When it selects things easily, it's because it's full, hard, solid lines. So you can do that with the paint bucket as well, so that then you can fill colors easily. So those are different things that you can do. You can do that with the gradation tool, maybe. Nope. If you take your selection tool, let's say I selected this area right here and I went in with my gradation tool, then it will fill that spot with the gradation tool. Really what I would have done is gone in with my, you could do your magic selection wand, then go in and then fill it. And now you can fill it with those different colors because you've selected that area. So there's lots of different things that you can do with that. Remember, whatever you change up top stays that way. So every time, if you want a different color, then you need to go back and change it. If you want it to be a different kind of a fill, then you need to go in and change it. And if you had changed the mode, you need to go in and change it as well. So that's how you use the paint bucket and the gradation tool and the different brush angles and how to load different brushes.